Hi, I'm going to tell you about one of my favorite hobbies, geocaching. If you haven't heard of geocaching before, it's a real-world outdoor treasure hunting game using a GPS device like an iPhone or an Android. Geocaching has been around since about the year 2000, and there are, I think, over 3 million geocaches hidden around the world. So participants navigate to a specific set of GPS points using their phone, and they're instructed to search for a geocache, which is hidden by the geocache's owner. Once the participants find the coordinates, then they search for the geocache, which is hidden discreetly so that other people who aren't playing the game won't find it. Once the geocache is discovered, you can log that you found it in the app and then replace it in its hiding spot for the next person to find it. Go find some geocaches to show you how it's done so you can get a better idea of what it's like. But geocaches come in all shapes and sizes. There's some geocaches called micro caches that are really, really small, and all they fit in them is a logbook, which is just a little rolled up piece of paper that you can sign if you want. But other geocaches are bigger and they contain little treasures. The person who hides the geocache will put little inexpensive trinkets and treasures inside. And when someone finds the geocache, you take a treasure out of the geocache to keep as a memento that you found it, and then you replace a little token or item back inside the geocache for the next person to find and to take with them. So it's a really fun thing to do with family or just by yourself. It's definitely a great way to add some fun to your hikes. Geocaches are, like I said, all over the world. They're in cities, they're in parks, they're in neighborhoods. So they're only in places that are going to be safe for you to find, and there's different difficulty ratings that you can see when you download the app. But yeah, I've gone on some really fun adventures doing this. So I hope that you enjoy geocaching. Make sure that you're practicing social distancing and using a face mask, face covering when you're outside, out of the home. But yeah, I hope you have fun and find those geocaches.
The first thing you'll want to do to get started is to download the geocaching app on your iPhone or Android. There's a free version and also a premium version. I'm not sure how much it is, but it basically just allows you access to more geocaching listings. You can also log on to geocaching.com to learn a lot more information. So you can see here my location is signified by the blue dot, and I've chosen Tiny Muggles as the cache I'm going to try to find. So if I press navigate, it gives me a nice line of where the cache is and my location to kind of guide me in the general direction towards the GPS coordinates. You'll see that the geocache has a smiley face on it, and that is because I have already found this cache and logged it in my app. And so let's see if we can find it again. When you're geocaching, you look around and make sure that no one else is around before you go and try to find your cache. You have to be really sneaky. It's somewhere around this area, and the key is to look for things that might be out of place. I've followed the coordinates to about where the app says the geocache is hidden. So the hint was water. That says water on it, and this also says water, so I'm gonna start looking around this area for something that might contain a geocache. I'm gonna check under this water thing and oh, looks like it's empty. Bogey, move. But that's where it should be. All right, we couldn't find that one, but that's okay. It does happen that sometimes they're missing or damaged. But let's try again and locate another geocache. So this one is called Bye Bye McPhee Hello Giggle. The first thing to do is to check out the activity button just to make sure that it's been found recently and there haven't been a bunch of people that have said, hey, I can't find this. So that's a good thing to check. You can also look at the description, which will tell you kind of the story behind the geocache and why it was hidden in the place it was hidden in. And lastly, I always like to look at the hint just to make it a little bit easier for me, especially if I want it to be a quick find. So there's some letters there. You have to figure out what that hint means. So let's see if we have better luck with this one. Take two, we'll try again and hopefully we'll find this one. The hint for this one was 11. Well, it said 11 spelled backwards. So I figured out that it said 11 spelled backwards, and there's these trees behind me and I've counted 11 trees in, and that gives us this one right here. So there's no one around. We're gonna see if we can find it. So look, you look around this way. Here it is. Here's the cache. It's hidden in this bottle on this hook. So let's see if I can get it open. There's a bunch of stuff inside, and I'm gonna pull some out. Here's a look of what was in the geocache. We have a little log sheet with all the people that have found the cache all the way back from 2014, which is a long time ago, in some little trinkets. That's cool. I'm gonna take the bracelet, and I have these little doves that I'm going to put back in return. Also, don't forget to return your geocache to the hiding spot so that the next person can find it. If you'd like to log your geocache finding on your app, simply press log and then found it, if you did in fact find it. And then you can write a little message to the person that created the geocache. So I'm writing found it, thanks for the hide. And then you're done. You can see I found 159 total geocaches. That's pretty exciting. Okay, so one more we're gonna find. This one, it says is in a public place. There's a lot of little muggles. Muggles are what geocachers call people who do not know what geocaching is. So just fun fact. It was found recently. That's good. And our hint is located near the cars. Over here, there's kind of this plant and some rocks. And if you see right here, it kind of looks like an unusual piling of tan bark or something. So let's see what we find. I'm not seeing it here. Oh, I see it. It says official geocaching. Please do not disturb. This is an official game piece. Looks like it was a Play-Doh container. They get really creative with how to hide the containers and what they hide them in. Ooh. I'm going to take the whale and I'm gonna leave my little doves in here. Okay, and then hide it back in there so the next one can find it.